You're tuned into the Running Report show on Fan Hub TF with Joshua Potts and my boy Aaron Potts, and we're here
to give you running news produced for and by the culture every single Wednesday, baby.
Let's go. March 9th coming back in. We had our first episode last week and we back again. Special thanks to Athlete Biz. If you're watching here on Fan Hub TF, bro, big shout to you, because that's the place where you're supposed to be. That's where all the news, that's where all the fans, track nerds, geeks are hanging out these days. So go over to fanhubtf.com to really get everything. But let's get into the show, bro. Wednesday, this weekend was crazy, and we probably saw one of the greatest moments in U.S. distance history this past Saturday, and we were there covering it. It was super cool. There was a lot of big marks, a lot of big talk from those big marks as well, so we're going to get into that. Eliud Kipchoge, his greatness is still upon this. Bridget Koske showing her thing as well. And bro, I got a little thing to get off my chest about Povo and SportsCenter. It's hurting me real good, and I just want to get into it. So let's go. 4 topics, 4 questions, and 4 laps to go. Let's get into it. All right, with 4 laps to go, let's talk about the Bowerman Track Club at the 10, bro. We were at the 10 sideline, track side, doing our thing, interviewing the athletes. Aaron, it was an amazing night. At first, we got to see Elise Cranny come out there and almost break the 10,000 meter American record for women, running a 30:14:66, just over a second over Molly Huddle's record of 30:13. Like, it was a crazy performance. She led for 6,000 meters of this race, only got paced for 3,000 meters of it. It was crazy. Then after that, Grant Fisher came down and with a historic start to his season, broke another American record, and he broke the North American record as well with a 26:33:84 in the 10K, beating Mo Ahmed as well. Mo Ahmed went out there, ran 26:35. Amazing. These races were crazy. There's number 7 and number 9 all time. I think Aaron Jenkins summed it up perfect, bro. He said, wow, Grant Fisher in just 2 races has brought U.S. distance running to the next level. The rest of us have to elevate or we get left behind, bro. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy that night, Aaron.
I think, Eric Jenkins, shout out. Yeah, you put it right there. It was a night that signifies the U.S., North America, moving to another level. We saw in 2020, 2021, Joshua Chepta guy bring the world record, break, one of the records that Bekele's record that people thought was like the greatest record of all time, running like 26:13. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's insane. And then other, like Solomon Barega, we know how fast he is, but to be in the 26:30s, this early in the year, that shows people it's possible. And then again for Elise running 30:14, bro, by herself. You gotta remember when Molly Huddle, shout out to Molly, that record is incredible. But when she ran that record, it was at the Olympics, and the winner ran 29:17, and that was unheard of at the time. Records been breaking since then, but that was unheard of. So it's really showing that we're ready to compete at an international level, because we low-key got smacked in some of these longer races, and let's not lie.
Hey, we did get smacked, bro. We coming back though, and especially for 2 people that are really young, at Grant Fisher and Elise Cranny in their careers. Like, I really feel like this is motivating for a lot of high schoolers. So Aaron, we always go deeper. We like to ask the questions on here, and I'm thinking, bro, is this one of the biggest moments for you? I know growing up in high school, and I remember you showing this to me when I was younger, when I first got into distance running. Chris Zielinski, beast mode, high socks, breaking the 10K American record, 26:59 out there on the Stanford track. Actually, 10 years ago, he did that in 2012. Is this a greater moment? Grant Fisher and Elise Cranny for U.S. distance running. Is this a greater moment than Chris Zielinski beast mode?
I'm gonna say we're moving past the beast mode, man. This is the beast mode is now Elise and Grant, the Stanford grads, the 2 high school phenoms. Remember, they're both high school phenoms. Crazy. Both went to Stanford. Both Grant was more 5K, 15, Elise was a 15. Now they're in the 10K. And main reason I really think it's a lot bigger deal and bigger moment is because we had Elise on the women's side doing it as well. And that just brings it together, like both sides performing at a high level. In 26:33, we couldn't even imagine that. Like 26:44, like I knew they were going for it, but he crushed the record. And Elise being 1 second off running 7K by herself, that shows you a lot. We thought Shelby was the one. We thought Carissa was the one. And no discredit to them, but we were discrediting Elise. It is her time. She needs more respect on her name. That's all I'm saying. I don't think she was getting the respect that she deserved. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I'll go even a step further, though. Chris Linsky, that was amazing. You did a lot of great things. Aaron was wearing compression socks because of you.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I'm saying this is the second greatest moment in U.S. distance running in the past decade, bro. Like, this is right under Matthew Centrowitz at 2016 in Rio. That's how this will inspire kids going forward, bro. Like, that's how I feel about this moment.
I don't know. I feel you. The time is fast. But Shalane Flanagan, 2017, New York Marathon, yelling F yeah, that was crazy. Let's not forget about Meb winning Boston the year after the Boston bombing. Come on, man.
Hey, I got love for Meb. Meb.
That was a huge moment right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Central winning gold in Rio, we know.
I said it's number 2. It's right behind it. Bro.
I can't put it over those. It's not tied to something deeper though. I can't put it over Boston, over Mebs. And Shalane's like, bro, winning New York, like, come on, man.
I see where you're coming from, but let's come back. Let's come back in the summer. Hey, what if Grant Fisher gets 3rd place at the 10K? What if Grant wins 2024 10K? I don't know. We'll see. But there was a lot of big marks. There was a lot of big marks this past weekend, and there's a lot of big talk that always comes with a big mark, and that goes into lap 3. 3 laps to go. A new segment we got here is big marks equals big talk, and there were a lot of big marks this year, and that comes with big implications right after that. The one that's going to have the most people talking, that people need to be talking about coming out from this week. What was the biggest mark this week with the biggest talk that people need to be talking about, Aaron?
The biggest talk gotta be Fred Kerley at all times, bro.
Wow.
He on that sub 43 project. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
42.
What event is he doing this year? He doing long jump? I seen him do long jump. he doing the 100? He doing the 200? He doing the 4? We don't know. So I want to know. It's interesting to see him open up that, I want to talk about that. I want to bring him on. I want to hear what's going on in his head. And 44.4 ain't no joke. And he worked on his 100-meter speed. He has the strength for the 100. We already know that. But he worked on some foot speed, came away with a silver medal at the Olympics. Like, bro, what's he gonna do at Worlds? Is this a return back to the 400? That's what I want to know more about.
And maybe a return to the 4. Fred Kerley doing his thing. Like in 2020, he opened up with a 44.6. In 2019, he opened up with a 44.8. So like, this is his fastest opener, I believe, ever in the 400. And he really dominated. The man looked good. He looked good. But let's focus on the now and what's coming up 2 weeks from now. We got the World Indoor Championships. We got Ewa Swodoba. We got from Poland that wasn't even at the Olympics last year in the 100, and she's undefeated in the 60. Like, come on, bro. That's definitely the biggest talk from this weekend. I know Mondo Duplantis, like, people in the comments gonna be like, he broke the world record. Like, Mondo's supposed to do that. He PR'd. Like, okay, he's nice. But I'm saying Ewa, 24 from Poland, like, she beat Elaine Thompson in the 60. She hasn't lost. Undefeated. People gonna have some problems with this girl. I don't know, bro. Like,
we gonna see.
Man.
We gonna see when it's championship season. But that's definitely something to be looking to. And don't forget about Mary Beth St. Price. Don't forget about Mika Briscoe. Like, that 60 got heat in it. That 60 definitely got heat in it.
It do. I don't know how you are gonna translate into the 100. But I'm saying right now, right now, she should be the talk of the town for sure. And what a lot of people were talking about going into our 2 laps to go was that Tokyo Marathon. Eliud Kipchoge, anytime he steps on the road for a marathon, people are going to be talking. And he went out there, dominated. He did what he did. 2:02:40, fourth fastest marathon performance of all time. Also, that was with Bridget Koske. Went out there, won the women's race, 2:16:02, dominated the women's field by over 2 minutes. They did her thing. The two basically GOATs of marathoning of all time. But with Aaron, when we're really looking at these two great marathoners from Kenya, Eliud Kipchoge and Bridget Koske, Kipchoge, he's rising to that level of being one of the greatest track and field athletes of all time, undoubtedly. People have asked us in the past, Usain Bolt or Eliud Kipchoge. We're always leaning Usain Bolt. But my question to you is, what does Eliud Kipchoge have to do to be the universal GOAT of track and field?
Okay, first thing he has to do, he needs to go to New York, he needs to go to Boston, he needs to win those races. He has to win those. I think he also has to get another gold medal at the Olympics in the marathon. I think that would be 3. That's kind of crazy, but I need a sub 2 on a regular road. It doesn't have to, for me, it doesn't have to be like at the Olympics, but preferably at like
Olympics.
At like a major. I just need to see this man break 2 hours on a sanctioned race. Like that's insane, bro. Like that's insane. Like,
I get it's insane, but it has to be at the Olympics. That's the only way.
It has to be at the Olympics,
or it has to be at the World Championships. It has to be at one of those places. Because the reason why Usain Bolt the person that he is because 2008 running, I believe that was 9:69 when he ran that, and he coming across the line, 10 meters to go, shattering what we ever thought of what people could run in the 100. That's what he has to do at the Olympics 2024. Yeah, well, he has to just break the world record there too. 2 hours I know is bad, but he has to do that with the world record fashion. He has to do that.
Where's the 2024 Olympics at? Where's that?
Paris.
It's in Paris. Okay, I don't know what the weather is in Paris, but like, I just feel like it's harder in the marathon to just be like, oh, on this day you're gonna break the world record, because like the course and the weather, it affects way more. On the track, everything is so consistent. You're running 100 meters on the track. Yes, if it's hot or if it's cold, that can affect it, but you don't have to deal with like the course being different. Like
True.
That's a whole nother level. So if he did it at the Olympics, okay, 100%. Like he's the greatest. Like that's what I'm saying. That's also like not even in comparison to Usain Bolt. Like I think him just breaking it at London or at a major, or breaking 2 is just a feat in itself, incredible, no matter what day it is, what course, what the stakes are. But that is the craziest barrier.
I'm saying it's always special. It's special at the Olympics. It's special at the World Championships. And if you didn't know, Kipchoge now has 3 of the top 4 fastest performances all time in the marathon. Usain Bolt has 3 of the top fastest performances all time in the 100. So they're 1A, 1B of greatest of all time in my book, especially on the male side. Now with 1 lap to go, it's time for our Bell Lap question, which is a question that we want to come from you guys. So follow us on Instagram at _runningreport_. And every single Monday or Tuesday, we're gonna send out a message in our story for you can comment down a question, just what you want to see on the running report, anything about running news that you want to talk about, we'll talk about every single time on the Bell Lap question, a question from y'all. But this week, I gotta get something off my chest, Aaron, bro. Like, I seen this earlier last week, bro, with SportsCenter posting on Twitter like an unreal pole vault. Like they said, unreal mind explosion. This dude, like in this grainy footage from like high school, I don't know how high he was jumping and didn't look that high. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, in the pole vault right now, why aren't we posting the pros? That's what's really unreal. We got Mondo Duplantis, we got Chris Nielsen, we got Casey Lightfoot, we got Sam Kendricks, we got Katie Najat. We got Sandy Cheeks. You feel me? We got Katerina Stedafini. Like, we got so many pole vaulters out here doing work, and they can get posted on SportsCenter. Mondo just broke a world record. Like, that's unreal. Not this grainy high school. No disrespect to my man, though. No. But you know what I mean?
Hey, you got his head. You got the high schooler's head. But, hey, it's a slippery slope.
Oh, he may be
y'all want to see Tyreek and DK race. You know,
exactly,
so that's gonna get the highlight on SportsCenter rather than actually Mondo Duplantis breaking the world record. You know what I'm saying? Rather than Chris Nielsen breaking the American record, we hyped about a high schooler. You know, shout out to that high schooler, but
I don't know what he was jumping. I don't know what he was voting, but like, bro, it wasn't that crazy. Like I seen that at Norco High School this past week. You feel me? Like I seen that at the local. I could go to any local high school and see that. Like, I'm just saying,
but
bro.
Pole vault is an amazing event. That's what it is. If y'all think it's so amazing, let's follow Mondo, bro. And the pole vault fans be hype, bro. They track meets be looking turned too.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all need to go check that out.
So this is just a straight direct message to SportsCenter. Do better, bro. Man, that's all we really got for this week. Got me pissed, bro. I'm not in a good mood. But we'll catch you next week, next Wednesday, 'cause that's what we do. Running Report Show, Athlete Biz on the Fan Hub TF. You already know the deal. Anything else, Aaron, before we get out of here?
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for listening for show. But, yeah, get on the Fan Hub TF, man. That's the new wave. That's where everybody at. That's where you're going to get the info you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.